Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Last Minute Rundown. I'm Deviant Dario,
I'm Infinite One.
and tonight we're going to be talking about Crona from Soul Eater. So, Crona is
What?
probably, I guess, okay, first of all, we're just going to go with he. I
It.
know for those, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to
It.
hear it. I don't want
It.
to hear it. We're gonna. Wes, we understand that the creator of the show has no specific gender for this character, but like the English dub that didn't have much of a choice to work with, we're just gonna address him as he. I'm sure in the manga it's more towards a she, but even then they didn't want that. So it's just Crone. When addressing as Crone, it's gonna be he. If you're offended, don't care.
I do. It.
Get out of here. All right. Where was I? Yes. Crona has a very depressing freaking backstory. I'm gonna run through it real quick, but basically, he was raised by in this universe by a witch named Medusa Gorgon, obviously referencing the Gorgons in Greek mythology, and he didn't even care about him. I don't even know how he even got a name, honestly. And it was not even that. When he was born, I think by the age of 1 or 2, or I think even by birth, he was already given this demon that was melted into black blood and was fused with his blood, and this demon basically became his blood. And yes, that sounds a lot like frickin' Carnage, and we'll get to that in a bit. And growing up, he basically was treated like shit by his mother and by Ragnarok, which is the demon that he is basically fused with. And the relationship between him and the demon is obviously dysfunctional because he just has zero self-esteem whatsoever, and he just doesn't want to do anything. He doesn't know how to handle this, as his is basically his motto. But that being said, he does get to a point where he pretty much snaps, and he is stone cold killer like Jack the Ripper. Does not care. He will enjoy himself doing whatever it is, because he was raised to start with torturing and killing little animals, and raise his
Get
way
it?
up to basically being.
Stone Cold.
Go to hell.
Gorgon. Gorgons.
Wait, what?
Gorgons.
Gorgons.
Stone Cold. Medusa.
Where are you going with this?
Never mind. You obviously don't get it.
I don't. I can't think of it at the moment. I really don't get it. I need help.
Hello?
Hello?
Alright, that was weird.
I
Go
lost you
on.
for a second.
Yeah, go on.
All right. He'll fix that later. Anyway, so yeah, this kid had a messed up childhood to begin with. That being said, he can fight. Like, my God. Granted, he has to get to that point where he has to snap to really get into his full potential, but he is quite powerful. His attacks are very weird and very unique, especially with the way him and his demon blade work. So, like I mentioned, one of his special abilities is basically the black blood, where it's basically a sentient thing that can also move for him if he needs to, if he's not paying attention. It's a lot similar to how Venom and Eddie are actually. And the more I looked
Yeah,
at this,
because when Eddie was fused with Venom, Venom would move on his behalf to save his life
yeah,
because
even fix his freaking body parts for
well,
him.
yep.
That being said, I'm not really sure how that would fall with. Personally, I haven't really found out how much damage Krona could take that Ragnarok could fix, but I can imagine a decent amount because
Yeah,
it,
because it is a part of him.
yeah. Not to mention Krona being the child of powerful coven of witches that already been
Yeah.
literally planned him from birth to be a killing machine, regardless of how mental he would have been. Hell, like I said, they didn't even care what sex he was.
Hmm. All right, so let's get more into what he can actually do.
Yeah, he does fight with a sword, Kanjutsu, which is basically Adam's swordsmanship, and let's see, forgive me, I just lost my place in the thing.
Well, using the Black Blood's manipulation abilities, Ragnarok can morph the Black Blood into transformations.
All right,
Yeah.
well, I know he can use
Uh,
it to basically create like thorns to like
yes.
stab whatever, and even just use it like as a whipping kind of weapon.
Yeah, it looks more when he uses it. It looks more like a whip, kind of.
Yeah, I know in manga it has more of a viney kind of look. In the anime, it's just like a straightforward like stabbing of like just spikes. I guess it looks more like spikes in some forms. And he can even utilize the blood to become freaking armor. So,
So he has a protective layer as well.
mm-hmm. Confusing with the. Oh, excuse me, but this is only when after fusing with was known as the Black Crown and fusion with Ragnarok and the Black Crown. And what does this do?
Ability
That's
and the Black
right.
Blood
The
armor.
black.
So
That's right. The black clown is basically like Ragnarok. He's like an additional demon weapon, kind of. It's just another demon that's just tagging along with him that helps him get through certain fights. I think it was only temporarily though, so I don't know if they're going to be using that.
they might.
All right.
Let's see.
But excluding that, without the black clown involved, he has some pretty decent attacks. One attack I actually do want to focus on is a wavelength control, where he's capable of
Yes,
controlling their own sound soul wavelength.
which is Venom's weakness.
Possibly, because it is producing sound, and it's in a way to attack one's soul. It's very unique. Because I don't know if it counts as a supersonic or subsonic type of attack, or if it's more in the form of magical. Because later I want to discuss how magic is with Venom in the next video. But this definitely could turn the tide in the match. Because knowing that after a few tries, Venom could take a few hits with the sound, but not so. But I'm sure after a while he'll be able to take it, but still.
It all depends on the frequency of the sound wave.
Yeah. Let's see.
Right, so enhanced thorn. Crona's thorns become powerful enough to pull down one of the moon's large teeth. I don't know. I guess that's something from Soul Eater. Like I guess the moon has.
Yeah, and I'm not even kidding. If you look it up, only only I've watched the show. I still have to get Finny to watch it at some point, but this was great. The moon is literally just a big, just evil smile with blood kind of just pouring from his teeth. It's just like what?
Majora's Mask Moon.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Except this one is not falling. He's just chilling.
Enhanced Screech.
Ooh.
In the fusion, Crona is capable of performing a much powerful version of the original Screech
Okay, so
using
this is actually when at this point this is when he's absorbed Asuro, who is basically the main
yes.
baddie of the franchise.
Instead of using one blade, he drags his three across the ground, sending a sound wave in a monster's face.
Yeah,
So
that definitely is gonna screw with Venom.
Venom.
Let's see, enhanced strength. He's definitely strong enough to push back a black star in battle, and let me describe what that's supposed to be. Oh yeah, Black Star, a Black Star, Black Star, who
A Black.
basically is what Black Star is basically one of the main characters. He big
Yeah.
cocky guy, but he's a tough fuck. But yeah,
But
but that being said, he has able to hold his own against everyone, even Maka, who's the main character of the show. Maka and Soul.
mm,
So throughout the anime and in the comic through the manga, Crona has shown to be a very formidable foe and with a very unique style of fighting. But let's see, when it comes to weaknesses, let's besides just being
his
bullied
powers are
by.
dependent on the Black Blood.
Oh yeah, but yeah, he needs to rely on Ragnarok on almost everything. He really
Yeah.
does do most of the fighting, but which is fine. It's what he was made for, so he's okay with it.
Yeah, but once he loses the Black Blood, a lot of his abilities go out the window.
Oh yeah.
Attacks originating from an anti-demon wavelength is also considerable against Crota's Black Blood attacks. From this special wavelength cause burning-like sensations from the Black Blood, as well as some evaporation.
All right.
But it says Corona's own strength would later eliminate this weakness.
All right. So he's definitely
That's
formed
weird.
up immunity to that, but hmm. You know, it's funny. A lot of people were saying right away when they looked at the fight, it was like, "Oh, Krona wins." I'm like, "That was fast."
Yeah. Due to power of the Madness Fusion, Krona can use the Black Blood to absorb individuals should their will prove more powerful. However, Krona can lose being the dominant fuse and prominently replaced. So there's like a thing where if Venom's will is stronger than Corona's, Venom can just take him over, I guess.
It's possible. It might be possible actually, but I don't know. I feel like I know
It's a
that
weird thing.
it is. It's a weird gamble to go with that, and knowing, I wouldn't be surprised if they would go with that, but
That's probably how it's gonna end.
I don't want it to. But you're probably right.
Either one of them overpowering the other by possession.
mm.
Danny Phantom.
I feel like he'll have more trouble going against Krona when he's using Ragnarok as a sword, because the sword alone
Yeah,
uses a lot of screech attacks on its own.
yeah.
It literally has a mouth
Three
on it.
three different screech attacks:
Oh yeah.
alpha, beta, and gamma.
So just his wavelength control in general is going to really determine this battle. So unless
The
the real question is if Venom can can endure the all the screaming, basically.
some of the Black Blood techniques, Bloody Needle. Krona can spit blood and turn it into needles.
Yeah,
Usually,
his blood is literally a weapon.
Bloody Slicer, crypt projectile created after slitting their own wrist and throwing their blood. This is getting dark.
He is the thing. No, no, no. He is what was it? One anime. He is Parasite. He is Tim
Bloody
Burton's
Land,
Parasite. That let's be honest here.
Bloody Coat. There's a lot of things here. Yeah, it just uses the Black Blood as a living, attacking and defending force.
All right. I mean, there is a lot more to it, but specifically, the the way his blood works and the screeching is going to be a real factor. I know I keep on repeating, but yeah. Um, I really don't think there's really much we could add to this.
Just one last thing. I don't know if you'll have it, but Brew.
Oh yeah, the brew. One second. I just had it.
It increases his power, increases his overall abilities.
The brew, I'm not really sure about. I haven't really followed this in a while, and I don't really remember much on the
It just
brew.
looks like something that helps increase his
It
mad blood.
Yeah,
and way
it
ahead.
amplifies his demonic power basically. I think the
And
brew is
then
more specifically for like the bad guys.
and then you can cover this because I know you're eager about it. The madness of
Yes,
Boo.
he absorbed the brew and to become a Kishin. Okay, and the Kishin are basically demon gods. It's like in order to become how that works is in their world if a reaper or whatever their guys called meisters collect certain demon souls, then they become a more powerful reaper. But if they collect too many innocent souls, then it's going to make them more corrupt, and they become what's called a Kishin. I mean, it's more specific than that, but that's the gist of it.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah. So yeah, so using that, he definitely becomes a lot more powerful. And like mentioned before, he eventually absorbs Asura, who's the end all villain, and becomes way powerful. All right.
Really nothing else to add here.
Yeah, so I think that's about it. So later we'll talk about Venom and really quick, not too much since we already seen him fight a couple times. We seen him fight once or twice before. I don't know why I keep on thinking there was a second.
I remember once he may have been twice, but I don't
There's been
remember
so
one.
there's been so many reused certain characters. I can't remember which ones anymore. And plus, I've just watched so many episodes. All right, so I think that's it. So thank everyone for joining, and see us next time for the Venom episode. I'm Deviant Dario,
I'm gonna fit one
and you have a wonderful night.
night.